Alright, so today in our video we're going to be making this 8-strand chunky cable. Let's get started. Alright, so as mentioned, this cable is an 8-stitch cable. Just to break it up and make it more defined when we're learning how to do it, I am just going to place 2 single crochets on either side of the cable. If you are going to make a blanket out of it, you can do multiples of these cables with however many stitches in between that you like. But for learning purposes, we're just gonna chain 13 and then go ahead and single crochet 12 back along the chain. So once that's done, I'm just gonna chain 1, turn my work, and just put those 2 single crochets to break the cable up. All right, so this is a 4-row repeat, and we will do each, the 4 rows twice just to make everything clear. So row number 1, we're gonna skip 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to front post triple crochet the next 4. So yarn over twice. Front post triple around this, so yarn back or front to back to front, pop up that post, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. So now we're going to do that 3 more times. Got a little bit of a mess here with the yarn. So what I like about this cable is that it does look a lot more complicated than it is. The front post triple crochet and back post double crochet, and front post double crochet, so there's only 3 stitches to do it, and there's no real pulling things forward or having to find your stitches. It's just extending what you already have right on top. All right, so there's our 4 front post triples. We're now going to go back to the 4 that we skipped and front post triple crochet those 4, starting in the farthest on the right. So we yarn over twice. We're just going to pull down and across right into this first one, front to back, back to front. Bring our yarn up to pull through. Yarn over, pull through 2, 3 times. Alright, sorry, I just had to untangle that mess of yarn there. So that's our second. This will be our third, and this will be our fourth. So third and fourth. So after the first row, once your cables are established, it's a lot easier to work into than trying to find these little single crochet posts from your foundation chain. So, all right, so that's it for row 1. We're just going to finish off with those 2 single crochet that I've added just to break everything up. So we're going to chain 1, turn our work, and on to row 2. So 2 single, all right, so row 2 of the cable, we're going to be doing 8 back post double crochets. So I always just look at the front, see what's right beside my hook. We have these 4 here, and that's what we'll be working into first. All right, so for the 8 back post double crochets, we're going to yarn over, insert your hook back to front beside the post, and then front to back around the post. Pop it up, pull your yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So you're going to do that 3 more times. Yarn over, front to back, back to front, pull your yarn through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. The last one right here. All right, and the last 4 cables right here, or posts right here, are also going to be 4 back post double crochets. So you're basically just extending the posts from the previous row, and then we're just going to end with those 2 single and move on to row number 3 of 4 repeat. All right, so for row number 3, the cable, we are going to do 8 front post double crochets. So front post is front to back, back to front. Make sure you're putting it in the highest part of the post, not somewhere down here. We're just going to go all the way across and work into all 8 doing the same stitch. And that last one's always hiding, tucked away. So that's 4. Oops. I had to put my yarn on the floor because I was moving over to the left side of the screen trying to stay close to my yarn. So, all right. So that's it for row number 3. Let's just put those 2 singles in and move on to row number 4. All right, so row number 4, we're going to do 8 back post double crochets once again. Oops. Some yarn splitting going on there. If you're ever worried about if they're not going in the right spot or you're skipping any, just take a look at the front and you can just see. So we've done these 3. So we're on track. We haven't missed any or put any around a stitch that we weren't supposed to. So that's 5. Six. 7 and 8. So that concludes the 4-row repeat for this cable. I will do each row one more time just so you can see the cable develop and how much easier it is once everything's established as opposed to starting in the foundation chain. And then we'll also see it start to crisscross, which is why we do cables, for that effect. So let's start again on row number 1. So row number 1, right off the bat, we skip the first 4 stitches of the cable. We then go and front post triple crochet the next 4. So there's only 8, so we skip half, front post triple the second half. So yarn over twice, starting this one right here. Alright, so then we'll go back to the 4 that we skipped and front post triple crochet around those, starting in the farthest on the right. And the last one is always going to be kind of tucked under where it starts to cross over. So make sure you don't skip it. So we pull it down and across, put our hook behind the highest part of that post. Not sure the proper way to manage your yarn grabbing when you're doing that, so acquired the habit of just wrapping it with my hand instead of grabbing it with my hook, and I think that all stemmed from doing cables where it's a little bit tricky. All right, so number 2. Three, that one that's tucked away. And 4. So this is where you finally get to see them start to cross. And then the other 3 rows are pretty much just extending it so it's longer. All right, so let's turn our work and begin row number 2 once again. All right, so row number 2, after those first 2 single crochet, we're going to do 8 back post double crochet. So you always just look at our work, see what's right beside our hook. And it's these 4 posts here. And number 4. All right, so let's just pause for a moment. Look at the front of our work and see how we worked into these 4. The last 4 are coming up underneath, so they will be closest to us. And if we just kind of spread it open, we can see the 4 posts here. So again, another 4 back post double crochet. Oops. Go. The last 2 right here. And then just the 2 single. Okay, so let's move on to row number 3. Which will be 8 front post double crochet. So you can see these 4 here. last one kind of hidden behind there a little bit. And then the last 4 here. All right, so the final row 4, once more, is just going to be 8 back post double crochet just to extend them. And then we've done each of the 4 rows twice, so hopefully everything was clear enough. It is a little different after the first 4 once everything's extending and easier to see. So let's go ahead and do those 8. Oops. So again, just looking at the front, making sure we're putting it around the right post. All right, and the last 4 right here. All right, so that concludes everything today. This is the back and the front. All right, so I just thought I would show you again the blanket I've created using this cable. I put 4 half double crochet stitches on each side, single strand cable, and then just a repeat of that all the way across. So it's a very diverse pattern. You can use it for stockings, sweaters, blankets, whatever you like. So hopefully you enjoyed my video and subscribe for more. Thank you.